While shouting, protesters are also carrying signs and flags. This is the family members of Jacob Blake, also a number of community activists. Families were together for the holiday when all of a sudden the weather took a turn and they had to hide. Amanda, I want to give you a chance to speak. Is there anything you want people to know about what happened? Over my shoulder, a line of officers just put their hand in the air. They have halted. We begin this half hour with some breaking news. A Milwaukee police squad hits a body while responding to a situation overnight. Several officers shot. 6 people found dead in a home, a shooting outside of a local high school. What is being done right now to interrupt the violence that we're seeing in Milwaukee? I had to take things to a brand new level. We have made it to the Sky Glider. We've just passed the Generac power stage. We know that there are thousands without power. What is being done right now to get the energy and the lights back on? Here outside Pfizer Forum, crews continue to prepare for the Republican National Convention one day after that attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump. We have team coverage this morning. Spencer Tracy standing by in Oak Creek where there is some traffic trouble. But first, meteorologist Lisa Michaels is tracking the heavy, wet snowfall. Hey, Lisa. Now we want to show you how things really are across the area. You are seeing a lot of orange and yellow and some red as well across the screen. And then we want to take you to this situation on I-41 near Mayfair Road. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office has closed all northbound lanes right now. Breaking news this morning, a Milwaukee police squad hits a body while responding to a situation overnight. Police officers were responding to a hostage situation when they struck the body of a 57-year-old who was laying in the roadway. That person died at the scene. This was around 14th and North Avenue after 2:30 this morning. Investigators say the person was first hit by a black older SUV. Police say the driver of the SUV left the scene before the squad struck the body. The 2 officers involved are on administrative duty pending the outcome of the investigation. Police are looking for that older black SUV that initially hit the person and then drove off. Police have not identified the person killed. Milwaukee police are also investigating a deadly shooting on the city's south side. This happened around 3 o'clock this morning at 52nd and Leroy. The victim was pronounced dead on the scene. So far, no arrests have been made. Let's get you caught up on this breaking traffic news. Deputies are responding to a crash on I-43 North near West Keefe and Atkinson. All northbound lanes shut down right now in that area. You are looking at a live look at the backup because of that crash. It happened around 7 o'clock this morning. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office is on scene right now. It's 8:07, turning now to some big news out of Green Bay, and some of you might do a Lambeau leap right from your home. The Packers signed Green Bay quarterback Jordan Love, making him the highest paid QB in NFL history. The Packers will pay Love $220 million over 4 years with a $75 million signing bonus and $155 million guaranteed. That's a lot of millions. This year will be his second as a starter and 5th season in Green Bay. He has been at training camp but has not participated on the field. That should change with a deal made. In a few minutes, we hear from the Wisconsin Humane Society, and we get to hear more about this week's pet, Chico. That's coming up after this break. Thousands of people took to the streets protesting Donald Trump and the Republican National Convention here in Milwaukee. The heat was no match for people protesting the Republican National Convention.
We want them to know that we're going to be the faces of opposition if they end up in the White House.
These are the steps, sights, sounds of people on a mission.
More so for my grandchildren to let them know that Grandma is helping save democracy.
The coalition to march on the RNC organizes protests. They say they're a group composed of local and national grassroots activists.
We're very experienced at fighting the power. We're having a family-friendly demonstration here.
The route didn't take protesters directly into the high security zone, but they did go near it, climbing over cement barricades into the vehicle screening zone. While shouting, protesters are also carrying signs and flags. They are doing whatever they can to make sure their messages are heard.
I want them to know that they have a loser as a candidate and a president, and I want them to know if they can change their mind and vote differently.
The Republican Party disagrees and is backing Donald Trump.
Shame on Republicans!
Shame! People say they're here to defend abortion rights and LGBTQ rights. Immigration and the war in the Middle East are also important to them.
The power of the people is unstoppable, and we will be out here no matter who is elected in the fall, and we're going to make our voices heard.
There was a small group of counter-protesters in Red Arrow Park earlier today. They say they agree with former President Trump and his policies. Around 11 hours after this deadly shooting happened, the crowd continues to grow at this Clark gas station. You can see the family members and friends of the 29-year-old who was killed this morning have gathered out here. The store is closed and they are literally blocking the pump, so this gas station is getting no business. They are preparing for a vigil tonight. And family members tell Fox 6 the victim was stealing when the store security shot and killed him.
That's my firstborn son.
A mother's pain and a father's frustration.
Why? That's it, just why?
Family members say 29-year-old Isaiah Allen died after a shooting Wednesday morning. It happened at the Clark gas station near Roosevelt and Teutonia.
He was laying on the ground, and the tape was up, and I went through the tape.
Natalie Easter says her son suffered from mental health issues. She says before the shooting, Allen stole sweets.
I was told he took a box of 25-cent cakes.
That's when she says someone working as store security shot him. Milwaukee police say they know who they're looking for.
But a gun should not come into play, especially over something so meaningless, over some 25-cent cakes. Are you for real?
Family says Allen was preparing to move to Louisville to get help for his mental health.
And I'm like, what? I was just there last night to bring him his clothes so he can leave today.
Milwaukee police have not confirmed the circumstances leading up to the shooting. We tried to make contact with the gas station employees, but workers would not unlock the front doors.
I don't know what more to say other than he had a lot of family that loved him, and he wasn't supposed to leave like this.
The victim's mother says when something like this happened in the past, she actually came back and paid for the items. She calls this senseless, the shooting very senseless. Now, family members have not said how long they plan to stay out here, but they have been out here all day, again, blocking the pumps and making sure that no one could buy anything inside of this store. Milwaukee police continue to search for that shooter tonight.